OGX, both OGT and OGV walkthrough for pre-WNC. So at the top here, the first thing that I want you to note is this chart that says do with marketing. So our intention of putting this here is that you're going to be working with whoever is your marketing responsible to complete this. So if you have a VP marketing, then you should be working with them. If you have a marketing director, make sure to select them first, and then you can have them help you complete this section. This is so that both marketing and OGX understand the context in which the product is operating and how it operates exactly and who the competitors are, so that way you both can be very clear and know how to work together by the time it comes to planning. So for these first 4 sections, I'm going to go over very quickly. Marketing also receives them in their walkthrough video. And then the last 3 steps, which is the exchange data, the IR analysis, and the SWOT, are all what OGV and OGT do by themselves. So the OGV tab and the OGT tab look incredibly similar, so don't worry about if this says Global Volunteer at the moment. So the first step is the market analysis. The intention of this is that it is looking at the context in which your product operates, who do you have access to, and where can you access them. So that's why we're focusing on around your university, the city that you're in, who's near, and then we want you to draw conclusions on this. What are the advantages of this market? What are the disadvantages? You can find this information utilizing any sort of like city websites. They normally describe like how much population or the jobs that are around. You can use your university's website to find this information as well, and you can probably visit your study abroad programs, look at their external resources to see the number of programs that they have, what countries they send to as well. And yeah, so that you should do with marketing. The next is the competitor analysis. This is pretty self-explanatory. It has all the questions that you need down the side, so just follow it as you go. But the intention is that you identify a competitor and you answer these questions about them. The first section is very like demographic. You want to understand where they're located, how many offices they have, that type of stuff, so we can understand how big they are. The next section is about their product, and this section is probably the most important. It's about what features they have, so that way we can compare the features that we have in ISIC. And then their pricing, we want to see the breakdown, how are the categories done, and then strengths and weaknesses based off of their product compared to ours. The last is marketing. We want to see how they are marketing so we can see what tactics work for them and what tactics maybe not to use. The next is the customer interviews. The intention of this is that you work together, split this up. There's only 5, so that way you can understand how our customers' behaviors have changed during this time. There's a huge section about their perceptions of travel. We want to understand what they're concerned about, the safety concerns, so that way you guys can keep that in mind when you're making your marketing plans for the semester. And the last part that you should do with marketing is about their customer journey. This is so that marketing and you completely understand the customer's journey throughout the process, also the activities that your LC does in each step of the process, and what are the pain points, what are the good things that you're good at. There's also a section here that is about MC level. We do want to hear your inputs about which opportunities the MC can help with in each of these stages. And then at the bottom, you should be filling in, choosing your main improvements for each stage, so that way you guys can evaluate which section of the customer flow you might want to have a strategy for. Now we're going to move on to the sections that are just for OGX. So this is your exchange data. This should be pretty simple. You can get this from either EXPA Performance Analytics, you can get it from Core, you can get it from the DOL file. You could probably get it from like past forms as well, but I suggest utilizing EXPA. And all you do is you just go to EXPA Performance Analytics and analyze by the year, and you can fill in this information for your respective outgoing product. And what it's going to do is it's going to tally up for the summer and winter and the total of the year, and it's going to calculate your conversion rates for each status. This is also going to give you insights about where there's a bottleneck in your customer flow, so you can see where exactly are we losing customers at which stage, and we can use this information to help us identify if there's a commonality across the network, if there's other things that need to happen, or strategies you need to develop to improve that bottleneck. The next is about your IR analysis. So what you want to do is look up your past IR partners you're going to be filling in, where they're located, and the number of applicants accepted, approved, realized, completes that you've had with them. We want you to use actually not the last term, but the 2 terms ago, so you can evaluate who you've worked with in the past and also their complete rates. And then you're going to SWOT your partners. So this is where you need to talk to your predecessor about how they worked with them, what were the strengths in communication, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and then you're going to draw a main conclusion and decide if you want to keep a partner, like grow that partner, or no longer keep them. And then the very last part, after you've done all of this analysis, is to do an overall review of your oGX product and SWOT it. So that's it. That's the oGX like pre-planning walkthrough. If you have any questions, there's support on the hub, or talk to your MCD or your NST. And that's it.